Thanks for joining me today. We're going to do a little seascape, or more of a lake painting with some sailboats. I love that subject matter. I'm up here in Wayne, New Jersey. We're not far from Greenwood Lake, and did a painting a few years ago. Really enjoyed painting it of the fall of the lake in fall and autumn. So I'll try something similar to that. Get a couple of boats in there. My girl Lola is snoring up a storm today, so I just noticed it, and I hope it doesn't disturb you while I make these videos. I just don't want to be locking her up in another room if I don't have to. All right, let's get painting. I'm going to take, as always, just make a simple line drawing. We'll use a little gray, and before I paint, as always, I'll just go over my colors here. We use what's called a prismatic palette, which is generally colors that we see in nature off the rainbow or from the prism. So we're using yellow, orange, bright red, magenta, purple, ultramarine blue, phthalo turquoise, phthalo green, and I put out yellow ochre. It's not part of the spectrum, but it's a valuable color to paint with. So with that said, we'll lay in some. I also made a little, just so you see, a little string of grays, because I'm thinking about this picture. Maybe it'll be since it's on the water, there's going to be a lot of mist, a lot of moisture in the air, so keep that going. And I'll just lay in roughly right about here. Little headland back there. We'll maybe get another one behind that. Go up a little bit. This isn't a mountain. It's just a series of trees. And then maybe I might see another one there, and we'll get another small little thing going there. Okay, that's my drawing. Let's get to some painting. We're going to make this kind of a dramatic sky, some clouds going in different directions. A lot of times when I start a painting, I'll lay in the sky first, right? Blue sky, or whatever the tone it's going to be. But I'm thinking maybe there's not going to be a lot of sky in this picture, so we'll just work our clouds. It's going to be a kind of dramatic, cloudy sky. And even that, I can kind of sketch that in. So maybe I'm going to have some clouds coming in from here. Another one coming in from the top, coming across. I'm using a big brush. This is, well, first of all, I'm painting on a relatively small canvas, an 11 by 14. And hard to tell. It's worn down, so I think this is a beat up filbert, maybe like an 8 or so. So I'm going to get some nice colors in these clouds. Maybe I got another layer right here. I guess I'll fill that one in first. I can get some texture in that cloud, some shadows and stuff. But for now, I'm just Just like as if I was painting the land. I'm just shaping in what might be going in to this picture with some basic shapes. And I'm pushing a lot of orange just to get some of that prism effect in there. You can lighten or darken it later. And I'm not spending a lot of time, just kind of using that brush and scrubbing it in. I don't want too much heavy paint on there at this point, because I'm just getting things in place. And I'll leave that like that. As I go back further into the horizon, my lights, my whites are gonna get a little bit more red. So maybe right on this horizon. I'll get some kind of cloud thing going there. And I wanna, as I work these in, I want to always just keep in mind that I'm keeping these relatively horizontal. Even though they travel across the sky sort of on a dome like this, to our eye, there's sort of a horizontal feel to them. So I always want to keep that in mind as I paint these guys in. All right. That's good for now. I will, let me just get a little bit more of this coming here. All right, I'm not even gonna clean the brush because that color will work for my sky. I'm gonna try to get a mixture some of this turquoise, gray it down a little bit, and that's a little brighter than I want. It's a little bit too much turquoise, so I might incorporate some ultramarine blue. That will just knock that down a little bit. Get a touch of some gray in there. Now I don't have to paint the clouds over the sky. Do I have some light direction? Yes, we always have to get some light direction, right? So maybe we're just a tiny bit lighter on this side. Maybe I can introduce some ultramarine blue. Or on this side, just to darken this down. I push that right into the painting, which generally isn't a good idea. I should mix it down here a little bit more. But I know I'm going to be getting a lot of white into that color, so for the time being, it's not a crime. It'll be okay. When I get towards my horizon line here, I'm going to get some blue going in there. And it's gonna lighten up quite a bit. I might even introduce a little magenta in that sky. painting, if you're following along at home, these are the same colors that I recommend in my acrylic paint kit, but also the same colors that we teach here at the Creators Workshop. And also what I use as a painter. I'm not going to teach something I don't do or not teach something that's important to me as a painter. So, yeah, they're the same pigments. All right, I'm going to roll some of these clouds around a little bit so that they start to look like clouds. I don't know, I'm taking beating a brush over here that I have. I'm using a brand called Silver Brush. I really like them. I often will paint with either Simmons, and this is a flat, but it's pretty beaten up. So that can really help me. It's a number 2, and because it's got a lot of wear and tear on it, just scooch a little bit of yellow in there. It's good for blending. So I have some orange in there. Now I'm introducing a little bit of yellow into that orange. In this process now, I'm going to pick up a lot of this blue, so I have to clean the brush often if I want to get some pure color up in these clouds. But as you'll see, picking up that blue and then introducing it into the cloud, because that cloud has, it's not flat by no means, it's got a cylindrical shape to it, sometimes it's round. So, got a beautiful blue sky outside, very similar to what I'm painting, and with some clouds rolling. It's almost identical to what I'm trying to create here, so that's kind of cool. Can almost use the sky out my window as my source. So I just want to break these edges up a little bit. Don't want this thing to be too perfect. I just took some of that magenta that I mixed out earlier for down here, and I'm going to push that into this cloud. All right. We're going to take a break for a second because I've got to keep these videos under 15 minutes, and we'll come back and we'll work our clouds a little bit more.